Hey everyone, how are you doing today? My name's John, and in this channel I talk about lots of different topics in clear, natural English. Today we're looking at expressions that are getting cold and icy. Please turn on the subtitles, and there's also a list of keywords and phrases in the description. Use that as well if you need to, but let's get started right now.
Okay, next question. True or false?
So the first expression to do with cold and ice is to be on thin ice. Now, if you imagine somebody walking on thin ice, it's getting very dangerous and it could break and you could fall in. And that's pretty much how we use it. We use it when somebody has been doing something wrong and so far they're okay, but they need to be careful from now on. This could be something that a parent says to their child, careful, you're on thin ice, or something a husband or wife say to each other if they're not very happy with what they're doing. An example sentence might be, the little boy kept forgetting his math homework. The teacher told him that he's on thin ice. So far he's not in trouble, but if he keeps forgetting his homework, then maybe he's going to get detention or fail the class, something like that. So that's our first one, to be on thin ice. Our next expression is to break the ice, and this has a completely different meaning. Breaking the ice is not the danger happening. Breaking the ice is to start a conversation when you're meeting somebody or a group for the first time. This could be a first date, an interview, meeting new co-workers, anything like that. And the noun form of this expression is an icebreaker activity. An example of an icebreaker activity might be, okay, let's go around the room and everybody please stand up and say where you're from and tell us something interesting about you. If that sounds a little bit scary, it's because yes, it can be. Icebreakers are supposed to make you feel calm and relaxed, but that's not always the case. Some people hate icebreaker activities. Some people. I hate them too, don't worry. An example sentence might be, I'm really nervous about my first date. I don't know how to break the ice. It means I don't know how to start talking to them. Oh, just ask the person to talk about themselves. That usually works. Just hope that they keep talking. Our third expression, and I think this is the one that's the hardest to know how to use, is the tip of the iceberg. Now, if you imagine an iceberg, only the small part, the tip, is visible above the water, but most of the iceberg is hidden and it's underneath the ocean. And when we use it as an expression, it means that this bigger part under the ocean is a bigger part of a problem or a situation that either we can't see or we're just not talking about. So we might say, the couple argues sometimes, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. So we're seeing them argue, but maybe there are bigger problems going on that we don't know about. Another example might be, cars are causing pollution in the sky, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are other things going on that are a little bit harder to see. There are planes, boats, factories, farming, all of these things are also causing pollution, but it's easy to just focus on the cars. That's another example. Okay, so now I'm going to quiz you because I like to do that. And there might be a lot of writing at the bottom, so please pause the video if you need more time to look at the choices. We're going to try and use these expressions in sentences, and there's going to be a gap. Please try and think which expression goes into the gap. So the first one, I upset my husband. Now he says I'm... He says I'm on thin ice. Second one, how do you... at a party? Maybe saying thank you to the host. How do you break the ice at a party? Maybe by saying thank you to the host. You go to the host, you say, oh, thank you for inviting me. And then you start talking, and then maybe they introduce you to some other people at the party. It's a way to start the conversation. And third one, the company is having some problems. The staff seem unhappy, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. We can see that the staff are unhappy, but maybe the company's also not doing very well financially, or maybe they're having some legal problems. There's other things we don't know. Okay, moving on to cold. Now, when you say a person is cold, it usually means that they are not being very emotional, kind of like a robot. It's not a very good thing. We often say that somebody gives you a cold look. It means that they are not laughing at your joke. They're kind of pretty serious and are not very happy with you. So with all of that in mind, our first expression is to give someone the cold shoulder. And this means to ignore someone. If somebody is giving you the cold shoulder, they are pretending that you're not there. And it's usually because you did something to upset them. An example sentence might be, I don't know what I said that was wrong, but she seems to be giving me the cold shoulder. You know, she's avoiding me for some reason. I don't know why. But our next expression does not have anything to do with cold being an emotion. The next phrase is to go cold turkey. And there's a few ways of saying this. You can go cold turkey, stop cold turkey, or even quit cold turkey. All of those meanings are the same. And the expression is used when you are quitting or giving up something, usually a bad habit like cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, something like that. And it means you're stopping 100%. You're not trying to have less, you just stop completely one day and that's it, you're done. An example sentence might be, if you're an alcoholic, it can be dangerous to quit cold turkey. People use this expression a lot when they're talking about how they quit things. And I honestly have no idea why we say cold turkey. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know where it came from, but it's often used. So there you are. Okay, so again, let's try and put the blanks into the sentences. So first one, he said he's sorry. Will you stop? Could just be that. He said he's sorry. Will you stop? That could be a sentence. Will you stop giving him the cold shoulder? You know, it's time to forgive him and move on. And the second one, when my uncle quit smoking, he just quit cold turkey. He didn't smoke 10 every day, then 5, then what? No, he just stopped. That was it, done. Speaking of being done, we have looked at 5 different phrases today, and I hope that you find them useful. I tried to squeeze a lot into one episode today, so if I was going a bit fast or there's anything you didn't understand, please look at the keywords and phrases in the description. And if you like this video, please show some love. It really helps me out, and it will help you find more videos like this if you liked it. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.